You would think, kan, a solid player game would not need this much vibration.
I mean, that's how you know you're going fast, because even the controller's shaking. Hey, and with that, welcome to another episode of dia.log, the Game of Matters podcast. Once again, taking the lead, I am Wam.
Hello, Wam.
With us today, we have Daniel. Say
hello, Daniel. Hello, Daniel.
We have, once again, reporting from Forward Operating Base Kota Damansara, we have Anan.
Sadly, I'm in E4 now. Wrong spot.
He suspended to another node.
It's like Assassin's Creed where you can send the assassins on jobs to gain more experience. Yeah.
Different job.
And also with us we have Meck the Mechronos.
Who just
Say
returned from another successful mission.
Yeah, we're in the middle of upgrading the party, so everyone's been sent off to do side quests. Joke's on you, I've been away on a side quest for like the past 6 months.
You are our long-term goal. Send you the SS Plus missions.
Yeah, I'll come back with a bunch of loot, don't worry. Oh man, we should target to do a panel at like AMG or something this year so that I can stage that as my official welcome back party.
Well, if the virus doesn't take over everything, boleh kot.
Oh yeah, true. We are not going to have a great many events this year. Like, I think Vax is officially not going to happen this year because first money, now virus. Sad. So yeah, it's an interesting thing though, because we have like a year where we're just not going to do anything anymore. Like, everyone's going to chill this year because no one can book artists in advance because we don't know if it's going to be safe to travel in 3 months. You know, it'd be really funny. AMG's literally just like, hey, just anyone who wants to come up on stage, just go ahead. We couldn't book an act.
That would be nice.
AMG being held in the back of a McDonald's. Because we couldn't book anything in advance. Like, we're not gonna fucking book a convention hall, right? We're not like when we can't confirm that more than 5 people are going to show up for the event. Then again, I believe weebs would risk catching a virus. Like, I think they do that with their everyday life as well.
I mean, have you seen Akihabara today? People like going there like mad, even though there's a literally deadly virus going on.
You know what? Sometimes you gotta die for that waifu. It's Mati Syahid.
Mati Syahid.
So, we are recording this podcast a little later than usual. Like, 24 hours later. And everyone's a little tired, so, you know, don't expect us to be using our streamer voice. Hey!
I don't think
dabs.
I don't think we have a streamer voice.
Implying we ever had one.
Yeah, but I'm saying it was never gonna happen before this. It's gonna happen even less now. Like, well, this week we're NPR. This week the podcast is NPR.
And before Anan gotta go with his booming voice today, we don't know.
His god voice, yeah. So anyways, how's everyone doing?
Pretty good.
What have you guys been up to? Because like Meck, you played Black Desert, right?
Ooh.
Oh, we're starting strong this one. So apparently, out of all the many things we have to review and stuff to cover, the friendly folks from Pearl Abyss sent us a code for their next new game. interestingly, it's a new game called Shadow Arena. It's not yet out. They just finished their closed beta last weekend. And essentially, if you don't know anything about it, think of it as Black Desert the Battle Royale.
I didn't realize we were still making battle royales. Like, I thought we'd given up.
Look, they're
No.
Koreans. It has to happen.
You know what? With the amount of Koreans self-isolating right now, this is the perfect time to make a battle royale game.
I would not like to talk too much about Shadow Arena itself because a lot of the points I have has been relayed onto the first impressions we had run.
Yeah, go check that shit out, you fucking freeloaders.
What I like to point out is that a few cool things about Shadow Arena. It brought some new stuff to the genre. So one thing is, you have a 4-minute grace period. So essentially, you are guaranteed a match time of 4 minutes at least. If you die during that period, you'll get a free respawn.
Okay, cool. Okay, I thought it was like you can't die in that period, but that's really cool. That sounds pretty fucking genius.
And you know what's the most genius thing that they had ever done? You know how PUBG is stupidly ridiculous in the way that they have to load a lobby, and then they have to unload the lobby and load the full map. And if you look at the early footage, like early renditions of the game, I'm not sure if it's fixed or not. Those scenes of transitioning is very rough in terms of some of the parts are not loading, stuff like that. Shadow Arena does it even the most easiest way possible. The lobby itself is at the center of the map.
Oh.
You are literally already loaded in the map. So instead of like loading another new map, you got transported, you become like a black spirit that is justified in law, don't worry. And you shout from center of the map into any direction that you point at. So yeah, that's cool.
Wait, there's a law for Battle Royale?
No, the law is that it is based on Black Desert. A lot of the characters are essentially...
Sorry, my internet is...
Yeah. Mostly likely just your end. So most of the characters are basically from Black Desert. The good news is that you do not have to play Black Desert to actually have an advantage in Shadow Arena because the combat system is very different. I will go into that later. So I think that's about it about Shadow Arena. Outside of that, it's it's sort of battle royale, but a lot more mobile-ish because you have to farm. Because it still have Black Desert mechanics, and Black Desert mechanics means you have to grind. Grind also equals to farm. So yeah, you gotta get those orange gear first. You gotta get strong, boy. You gotta get those skill books.
You know what I'm learning from this? It's that any competitive genre game is made better with bots because it makes those of us who can't kill real players feel better. Like I think that was the best thing about Titanfall as well. Was you had the creeps you could kill.
Yeah. That was a good idea in that part.
See, because the way it works is you have the shitty player kills the creeps, and the good player knows where to find the shitty player because we just check where the creeps are.
It's a win-win situation.
It's a win-win situation. That's so yeah. Also, ego boost, man. And to be like, oh man, I got the kill. Like, yeah, that wasn't a real person. Like, no, not totally real person. Look, he even sent me hate mail that you wrote that. You didn't even change the username. No. But yeah, man, I'm glad to see that there's some innovation coming to battle royales because, yeah, I thought that we were done. once Fortnite 2 came out, like it was just bam.
Fortnite 2.
Fortnite 2. More like Fortnite 1.5.
So while trying to do the while playing Shadow Arena, I was thinking about myself, how should I know, how can I compare this game with Black Desert? And surprise, surprise, they made last week, they offered Black Desert for free on Steam. What a coincidence. So I went into that hole.
Oh dear.
It is a 50-hour length hole that is quite deep, essentially. So what I gathered about Black Desert is that, you know how MMOs use a lot of skills where you can just use the hotbar for all of them?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not Black Desert. Apparently, Black Desert encourages you to use your button combos. It has tilts. It has special moves.
Okay.
You have
I-
combos. You basically play like a fighting game. You literally have a class where the whole kit is basically Ryu. He has a Hadouken, he has a Shoryuken, a donkey kick.
I'm digging this.
So Black Desert apparently stands out of all those MMOs because of the combat system. The combat system is essentially, look, okay, if you think of a fighting game, but with less cooldown, with less, basically you can combo into anything, for the most part.
Oh.
So
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, no wonder people play this. So I leveled up the sorceress class, which sounds cool, and it is, because this is not the black mage one. The black mage one, there is a class for that who just go long range with and has like Gandalf style robe and wizard hat for boys and girls. Boys and apparently classes in Black Desert, they are gender specific, but some classes actually have like, you have the male equivalent and the female equivalent, even though they don't call it the same name. They have basically similar skill sets. So anyway,
Like Knight and Titty Knight.
Okay.
let's go with that. So I picked the sorceress. Apparently, she's a hybrid, in a way that, okay, you know how you see your black mages, but rather than just shooting from afar those black spots of darkness, she can rally in close range and have like dark raven claws as a main attack. She's cool.
Oh.
And apparently at the end game you can also unlock like another extra weapon. She has the scythe. So basically the angel of darkness. Heck yeah. A few observations about Black Desert. For one thing, the character customization. Most people might know Black Desert because of how beautiful the characters are by default. Because
Yeah.
and by beautiful I mean South Korean standard beautiful, because a lot of them have very Asian features. Not complaining, just an observation. And in terms of how you sculpt the head, it can be a bit tricky, and some of them, like, they are built to have specific features on their face, apparently. Like, I tried my best to make the sorcerers have like more rounded features, but it's more, it will always end up looking like she will always have a long face fit for a Caucasian, something like that. It's not as malleable as, let's say, The Sims 4. The Sims 4, you can go hog wild with the sculpting. You can just grab the cheek, you can just grab the nose and stuff like that. Black Desert, you need more finesse if you want to make the specific changes to your facial features.
I can't believe you have kept the Sims 4 combo like 3 episodes in a row now.
Look, if you follow the games I've been playing and talk on dia.log throughout 2020, there are very similar combos that are going on. MMO-ish elements, customization, very thirsty people. Which gotta go into after this.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, I did not add that to the docket, but we are gonna talk about that.
What else that I think about it? Also, maybe this is because I've played too much looter shooters that it spoiled me, but looting gear is very rare, which is understandably so, I guess. But in terms of variety, it's not that much. So you don't really you don't, it's hard to make you stand out without paying, essentially. Like all of those cool extra cosmetics that you see in the promo images, well, guess what? Paid content. I mean,
Boy.
there are ways to get them for using just game money. You have to use their
Naturally.
equivalent to the auction house. But from what I saw, the auction house was well cleared of all of those stocks. You have to do those deals with other players straight, because I don't think they are selling those very very high demand stuff.
Oh yes, the mudah don't mind method.
Yeah. Basically, what else? Also, the game is very well suited if you are a new player or a lapsed player, because they have one server which essentially gives you like 200% experience boost. So
the
that's
Ragnarok method.
so that's why I got to level 50, basically the end game. In under 50, no, I think around under 30 hours or so, because if not, I would just be halfway there.
So okay, what is an awakening weapon?
Yeah, that's basically the second weapon. So
Because
the end game part is where you actually can do two ways. One is called the succession, which is basically all of your old move sets, but much more powerful. The other is awakening, which is a whole new move set and a new weapon for each class.
Yeah, because I'm looking at all the classes now to see if there's any that I like. The Berserker's awakening weapon is called the Iron Buster, and it looks beautiful.
Check the LAN. I think she has the Curse Spear.
No, the Lan is Crimson Glaive.
Okay. Is it the not Musa? The next one to Musa. I think that's the one with the Curse Spear.
Ooh.
Let me.
Yes, it sounds as the name implies.
There's the awakening weapon or
The awakening weapon.
her celestial bow staff. Yeah, Crispia, Mewa.
Yeah, the Mewa. Okay, yeah.
Mewa. Which some dia.log super fan, please keep tabs on how often we make DK Barat jokes.
So yeah.
But yeah, man.
Black Desert is a good time sink. Also, like any good RPGs, there is fishing. There are a lot of crafting things that you can sink more time into, and yes, there are trading, and you can go from point A to point B just carrying stuff to be delivered for a price. I
Low raw
already,
intensifies.
I technically set my waypoint, press T to auto travel, and played some music at the back. That's me auto playing Death Stranding in a nutshell. So yeah, that's it. It is quite the experience. I mean, if it's for free, because they do offer the game for free quite a lot outside of the Steam, the one we got recently. Like if you apply for the separate account and you wait for a promo time, if you play enough during the free period, you can actually convert your account into a full game. Basically, they give you a full game just because you sank too many time in it. And yeah,
it's permanent residency. As you spend enough hours in it, you get permanent residency.
basically
I should point out, I'm looking at the stat sheet. The Mewa is actually pretty fucking good. Massive 1v1 and frontal cone damage with super high mobility and speed.
Ooh.
Essentially, if you want to look at the Street Fighter guy, is the striker or the mystic for the lady?
Striker. Somewhat tricky
Also, the
combos to
world
learn.
is way too huge. Also, there's also a sailing stuff, that side content that you can engage into. But the world is huge. There's no fast travel in this game, by the way. So the
Yeah, at
good
least there's
thing,
auto travel.
yep, there's auto travel. So yeah, I've barely make a dent of the world map. That's 50 hours of content. Still, I mean, a lot of them are your expected fetch quests or kill X amount of monsters, or the more aggravating one is the how do you put it? Okay, you need to kill these sort of monsters and hope to the RNG gods that thing drop, and that thing might not drop. There's a percentage of the drop, you don't know, of course, but it's more aggravating when you just need to kill one guy just one time, but it won't drop. So you have to keep on circling around the spawn area and hoping that some other guy is not gonna bother getting that one guy also, so you can farm for him. So it has your typical MMO problems. So, but as an MMO, I think this is quite a decent one to get into for your first time in. So yeah, that's Black Desert.
Sweet. So yeah, don't forget to check out Meck's coverage of the Battle Royale variant. Because yeah, that sounds really amazing. My brother was telling me as well. I think he may have gotten Black Desert while it was free, or is it just free in general? Can't remember.
Yeah, it was like literally free. I'm still playing it.
Like right now.
Well, before my return trip. Right now we have a thing to record, so no. I would certainly would if you're not recording.
Oh, that's great, man. So, one thing I've noticed, right, is playing games on my Switch is a lot of most recent entries for games are not on the Switch, right? Like for example, Monster Hunter World isn't on the Switch, and Devil May Cry 5 isn't on the Switch. So I bought like Devil May Cry 3. I think I briefly talked about it last episode. I put more time into it. So I miss Devil May Cry 5 because the quality of life shit they put in 5 is just phenomenal. 3 has so much like old Capcom bullshit in it. Like I know it's blasphemy to talk shit about Devil May Cry 3 because it's the favorite child. But goddamn, that game has some not niceness in it. Like I haven't been playing it much. Like I play it like every now and again. I'm just before the first Virgil fight. And spoilers, by the way, for Devil May Cry 3.
Okay.
And the mission description is like, fight your twin brother. Start the mission. What do you have to do? You have some weird puzzle shit you have to do. I'm just like, just let me fight Virgil. The amount of like weird puzzle shit you have to do it's too much, man. And it has the tank camera, like the static camera, and a lot of platforming sequences that cut the camera. And I'm just like, why? Like, now the camera's above you, then when you go too far right, like, it cuts to a side view instead. The game does that all the fucking time. And I'm just like, how? Also, the style switching is... I like it, but again, I'm spoiled by Devil May Cry 5. It is not as fast as Devil May Cry 5, like the style switching. So, like, yeah, it's an awkward readjustment period. But yeah, and I keep seeing Monster Hunter Gen Ultimate keeps going on sale as well. It's like 50% off right now, I think, or it was anyways. And I keep thinking like, oh man, that I should get that to scratch my Monster Hunter itch, right? Then you know what I compare this to? This is like when you think about calling your ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of quality of life changes in Monster Hunter World that are not in Gen Ultimate. And I know this, but I'm not thinking about it as much. So I'm like, okay, this is not going to. Like, it's the only reason I haven't bought it yet. I'm just like, oh man, I'm not ready for having to paintball monsters, you know? And then, like, all my favorite moves aren't in Gen Ultimate because they were added in World. There's no slinger, there's no. I'm just like, yeah, this is like calling your ex-girl. Like, the impulse to buy Devil May Cry 3 is like, Monster Hunter Gen Ultimate is like wanting to call your ex-girlfriend. Like, it's a bad idea, don't. So yeah, that's pretty much my life in gaming. I've been doing a lot of work lately. Oh, Dark Souls update though. I did start a new character. I started a new character and have officially surpassed my old character. I made it out of Blighttown.
Cool. So, not turning back then?
Yeah. I killed Chaos Witch Quelaag with no help from Man-Eater Mildred because I managed to kill Quelaag on one of my practice runs. You know what? The insect rig sucks. Like, big insect boss fights are just terrible. Is what I've learned. Because Dark Souls 1, you have Chaos Witch Quelaag, where you can hit the legs, but the hitboxes are so wonky that like you need to be quite precise in doing it. Because the whole thing is, for those you don't know, Chaos Witch Quelaag has like an AoE where she creates an explosion around her and it one-shots you. So if you get too close to her, you can miss her telegraphing the move and just eat it and die. So the wiki recommends that you target the legs because the legs are a bit further out, so you have to roll less to avoid the fucking explosion. But man, you whiff so many hits if you're trying to hit that leg. So Chaos Witch Quelaag, and then you have Duke's Dear Freya in Dark Souls 2. Remember that piece of shit? That was not fun either. That was how do I say this? I nearly quit the game over that boss fight. For the same thing, like it's legs. It had the opposite problem with Quelaag, where you kept hitting the legs, and the legs didn't take damage in that game. You could only hit the head of the spider. And then there is Bloodborne with Rom, the piece of shit. Fucking Rom. Same. Rom does not have big legs, so no worries about that. And then, did Dark Souls 3 have a bug boss? I can't even remember anymore. It's been a while since I played Dark Souls 3. Anyways, yeah, I hate the bug rig. The bug rig in Souls games are absolute garble. Absolute garble. But yeah, someone take this microphone away from me before I talk about something even more boring.
So many giant, spiders.
So many spiders. So
Oh god, could we do that? Could we do that? Like just for the image in the video of this podcast, just the entire spider thing. Meck just keeps adding more and more photos of spiders until we lose our remaining 3 audience members because it turns out they're all afraid of spiders.
You are talking to the person who has arachnophobia, and I am looking at giant anime spiders for no reason.
Oh no, giant anime spiders, that's a completely different thing. We talking Mon Musume here, right?
Okay, giant anime spiders. Hold on.
Ooh.
Okay, is it another Whole of giant anime spiders.
Yeah. The Mon Musume spider, she's pretty good looking. Arachnera.
We'll discuss later.
We discuss later.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, she's got purple hair too.
Ah.
Ooh.
Score!
Mm.
Yeah, the one test.
Oh my god, this is quite the jarring image here. Okay.
How do we go? How
Some-
do we go from Rom the vacuous spider to this shit?
I have no idea how.
Then you
And
take
by
the
the way-
mic, Daniel.
Alright. So, I had to buy a laptop this week. Yeah, it's
Okay.
boring, I know. Yeah, it's quite boring. But
No. What if there's anything I've learned from this podcast is whenever the story is I did X simple task, like someone died on the way. So
alright. So, early this week, I was trying to find a laptop for, for my final year. I have to do some designing work. So, I need a new laptop that has more RAM. So, the choices were,
you should just download more RAM.
you mean download more RAM? RAM? Okay,
Yeah.
sure. So the problem is, like, there were three choices. There was the Acer Aspire 3, good laptop. The Asus VivoBook, also pretty good. And finally, the new kid on the block, the Huawei MateBook 15D. Huawei. So this one is quite new, as if it just came out yesterday. New, and I think like we didn't get a review. We didn't get to see it. We didn't get to review it, but we did. But some media platforms here get to review it, like the likes of Aman's, Nasi Lemak Tech, whatever it is, and Wiser. So this week I have coincidentally started a fight with Wiser.my because I because I criticized their their review of the computer. So for context, the Huawei MateBook 15 has a Ryzen 7 with AMD Radeon graphics card, I think. So like 2 GB, the usual. The problem I have is that in the review, well, the guy's like, "Oh, this is a very good laptop. You can see that the design is very metallic, very MacBooky."
Yep.
So imagine that, but in Malay. So, okay, I understand you have to cater to the local punya flavor.
Yep.
So the problem I have is when we get to the gaming section. Now I understand that they are catering to the casual viewer, so that they play like two games.
It started.
Okay, so they played two games. Okay, two games like CS:GO and Dota 2 on high, and then the man had the gall to say that on high, and he says that the games are lagging. So I don't think it can go far with this game. To which me, as a journalist for I think now the 4th year, I disagree because come on, you played two games from the same developer on the same engine, and you run it on high, and that's it. Excuse me. So I made my complaint, and then a friend of ours of our podcast, Mo, is also running a new gaming news site. He immediately texted my rant to the Wiser boss, Mr. Firdaus, and he got a reaction like, "Okay." That's what he said. The reply is okay. I don't know. Is that a threat?
I mean, That's the thing, right? For all we know, next episode we could have Danial, Chief Content Quality Officer of Nasi Lemak.
No, Wiser. I'm now the chief editor for content. Wiser, for God's sakes. Like, my issue is, if you're listening to Firdaus, hi, apa khabar? My issue with your content creator punya video is that you have a Ryzen, which is one of the best, uh, I want to say like motherboard, not motherboard. It's like
Platform.
GPU. Yes, one of the
Platform.
best GPU. Sure.
No. I take problem with that. No, it's CPU.
Yeah,
and
CPU.
It's an
Okay.
APU.
Yeah,
Yeah,
APU.
APU.
Right, the processing APU.
All right. You have one of the best APUs for the middle market, and you just play it on 2 games, both from the same developer, on the same engine, and then you run it willy nilly on high.
Yeah, that's not great, man.
I mean, as
Like-
in a reviewer perspective, that's shallow.
Yeah, that's quite shallow. But what I said to Meck, like, on Twitter, like this: if he had done, like, I don't know, League of Legends and Dota 2, okay, then I'll make that. I will take that comparison, because 2 different developers in different games.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's workshop this for a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
What are some? So you want to be a tech reviewer? Whoop-de-doo. Now that's a Hercules reference for anyone who caught that. That's what I don't think you should just use free to play games for benchmarking. Like, you have to do some sort of cash commitment here.
Yes, exactly. Like, both of them are now free to play. Like,
Yeah, because that's the main thing I noticed. Like, okay, yeah, you use free to play games for your benchmarking, and not to try question this reviewer's credentials or anything, but it's like, okay, and they were like both from Valve, which probably means that was this your first time getting Steam? Because I'm positive you could find better benchmarking games like on Steam if you looked. Like non-source engine games.
I mean,
Hell,
yeah,
I mean,
because
You
yeah,
could,
like-
you could even do just like man versus machine on Team Fortress.
yeah,
that's-
to illiterate this one, my laptop, the Vivo, which I bought, was the Vivo Book 14. Goddamn, I'm mixing up my words. The Vivo Book 14, it has the same spec. It can run Destiny 2. It can run Assetto Corsa Competizione. 2 games that are very different, and yet it runs smooth, 30 frames per second, no problem. Why can't he do that?
Also, I'd like to point out that our very own Meck, the Macronos here, has pointed out that you can just use Xbox Game Pass, man.
You can't just for basically ringgit, you can have left a lot of usage. You have
Yeah.
Tomb Raider, you have Fallout. Yeah, Fallout 4 I think you get for free. And you can get Outer World. There's a lot of games.
Hold on,
For
hold on.
ringgit.
I'm checking Game Pass right now. Oh yeah. You know what? Halo CE, Indivisible, 2 Point Hospital, Wasteland Remastered, Yakuza 0 is already there.
Yeah.
World of
Oh.
Horror, Reigns, Game of Thrones, Death's Gambit, that's a favorite here. Final Fantasy 15,
Yeah.
Windows Edition, Scroungebringer on Game Preview, Wolfenstein Youngblood, I can
etc.,
go on.
etc., etc.
Ah.
That's
Like,
the
Mac,
latest. On
And like,
Game
how
Pass
much is
right
that?
now.
For Game Pass? $1, right? So 4 ringgit.
Yeah,
4 ringgit
for
50.
first timers
first
it's for around that mark lah. But I would say invest in 40 ringgit, fine. Just
Like,
get the gift card.
I mean, you could have done that, and you have a lot of big selection of libraries to benchmark, and yet,
I mean, maybe this is their first time, like whatever. Consider this like a friendly ribbing to like,
Friendly ribbing.
hey, yeah, I mean, like, We're not saying anything bad about the guy. We're just saying the review could use some work.
Yeah.
Like this is a no bully zone, guys. We don't bully here. We're gamers.
I have like personally, I think they should improve their delivery even better. Like a Malay review channels in general is like I won't say dog shit. I'll say
No. On
they
that
can
note,
be better.
yeah, it could be better. But then we have to discuss at the back of the room on how we gonna do it better.
Yeah.
we have to keep that in vision basically. So yeah.
Oh, wait. Here, I've just searched their YouTube channel. They have there's a review for my Vivo Book 14. They play 2 games. One is Dota, one is Apex Legends. Why can't they do that for the Huawei MateBook punya review?
I literally think this literally just this whoever the reviewer is just taking from their library, like, because that sounds very like that sounds like a lot of Tinder bios I've read, where it's just like these are the only 2 games I play. Also, again, they're both free to play.
That the difference. My issue is the difference, like the different genre, different games and all.
I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, that's totally valid. But I'm just speculating on what causes them to choose what games to play. It's just like, what free games do I like?
So if you are looking for a better quality gaming review, you know where to go.
Yeah, this podcast.
Yeah, man. Kaku Chopra down.
Oh my god.
No, you go that late, it will bounce back to gamerbetter.com eventually if I hijack that rig. Instead of a rig roll, it diverts to gamerbetters. And yeah, okay, to think a bit on our horns, I guess. The last illegal review, we've had 5 games on benchmark. The Nitro 5 AMD version have like also around 5 games. The ROG Strix G 10 games, etc.
Yeah. Minimum 5 games at least, guys. If you guys want to make a gaming journalist site, if you want to review a laptop, minimum 5 games.
I don't know anything about reviewing hardware, so I'm not gonna contest you on that. But yeah, don't be afraid to, like, Steam sales. They're your best friend, and Xbox Game Pass.
I mean, if you ask me, I think as a tech review, I think that's fine. But if you are going for a gaming review, that's trash.
What?
The content that those guys produce. As a tech review, I would accept it. As a gaming review, that does not. I do not. How you say? That's basically, I don't look for that. That's how our standards are different. Like, we do gaming reviews first rather than just tech. Even like smartphone stuff, if we have the opportunity, we focus on the game stuff rather than your usual photo quality and storage space and build hard. That those guys specialties. Let them do that part. It's fine. But if they come here for our opinion, we are gamers again.
Hashtag gamers.
The gamers rise up.
Oh man, did you hear like some organization of smart people, I can't remember the name, said that coronavirus can spread through kissing. Guess we're all safe.
Bitch.
When the world collapse, gamers will rise up.
Gamers rise up.
We will take
Gamers
over
will
the
rise
control.
up.
Literally, we will build the society. Anyway,
The safest job from coronavirus is being streamer.
work from
Oh god,
home, baby.
oh god. Speaking of streamers, did you hear about that one streamer who like fired a gun on stream?
Yeah, he was drunk. Like,
Yeah.
the moment he take his gun, when I watched the VOD, it's like, this guy's dumbass.
Like,
The
yeah,
moment
that's
he
the
took
thing,
it
right? The fact that the gun was just on the table.
and loaded. And it was like,
Loaded.
he cycled the slide, and then it's like, okay, that should be loaded. And then he cycled again. One bullet, okay. It's fucked up. Boom. Okay. He's gone. Carry on.
Like,
I thought it was a
but
bit. I thought it was a bit. So
But
yeah.
did they want to recreate that scene from Joker?
Think so.
yeah, no, it was supposed to be a bit. He was just like, say I don't have money again. And then he cocks the gun, and then he didn't realize that there was still a bullet, even though he emptied the magazine.
Okay.
Dumbass.
Bit gone wrong.
Yeah.
Alright.
To be fair though, if you can find the video of his apology, that is a great example on how you're actually supposed to apologize when you fuck up.
Genuine.
Yeah, that was like, because we see a lot of apologies that are just like, I'm sorry if I offended anyone. This guy was just like, yo, I had a good thing going and I lost it, and like that is exactly what should happen. And he's like, guys, don't like be smart, don't be me. Like, yeah, so props to him for his maturity in the apology, and what the fuck on the everything else, I guess. Wow, we are. This is a weird this podcast has gone places. We have we have Belete, another website. We've talked MMOs again, and we went on a rant about Spider. This is a weird episode, guys. So, you want to talk Bandori, Daniel?
Yo, let's go.
I should reiterate this. I do not play Bandori.
Consider myself checked out.
Yeah, Meck, go get some rest. Get some rest while we do this. So, I do not play Bandori. I kind of like the songs, mostly because a lot of the Bandori voice actors on Review Starlight. I love you, Kudoharu. So my brother fucking sends me. Apparently Bandori has like, they're doing new bands. Like they've introduced a bunch of new characters.
Mm-hmm.
One of which is a fucking violinist. Like, who says violinists can't be idols? Yeah, it's I can't remember her name. I keep thinking it's Kaoru, but it's not. Kaoru is the one that is the Haruhapi girl.
Let me double check. I think it's Rui. Yeah, Rui.
Yeah, it's Rui. Yeah. Because the whole thing was that like the Review Starlight fandom made a joke about it, saying that all girls named Rui are like ikemen.
Holy shit, she is.
Yeah, she really is. Also, the bassist looks like a fucking gremlin, and that's great. But yeah, man, it's been wild. Like, my descent into Bandori, like, I almost downloaded the game the other day. Because I was just like, God, I need to roll for these girls. I wanna get Violin Girl and her gremlin bass player. Also, just the fact that they added like a violin to, like, their songs sound like really, really good because it sounds different for a change. And apparently they're supposed to be like rivals for Roselia, which is like my favorite Bandori band. Yeah.
Celia.
They were military uniform, which is a cool aesthetic. That's all I had. Oh yeah, and the instruments are all black. Because they have like the whole white uniform and black instruments, which is really fucking cool. Anything you'd like to add to this, Daniel?
Yeah, I'm looking at their design. That is some rare. It feels like review, but it's in Bandori, yeah, basically.
Oh my god, you nailed it. That's why I like it. So it looks like a Review Starlight design.
Yeah, like what's the team? May Fun's the May Fun's punya.
Oh yeah, Siegfield.
Uh,
Yeah, holy shit, it's Siegfield. That's it.
Well, they did say they have like. They did say Siegfried has a bunch of talented musicians. So.
Yeah, it's also a rich school, so
Hence why there's a violinist.
yeah. Hold on, now I'm pulling up the image because I did all that entirely from memory. Also, I have a request from my brother to say, please play Love Live, Sifas, like the All Stars one. He sent me the photo. He
Which
sent
one?
me like the gameplay of like the music videos where they like the 3D models actually changed depending on which girls you're using.
Yep.
Gacha money is scary, man.
I've spent I've spent all my what's it called? A free gacha coins for one of the girls. Tak dapat.
Tak dapat.
Tak dapat. Nope. Nada.
It was worth a try, man. It was. But yeah, he was. It's super dumb because he was literally just like trying to get me into Love Live, and I'm just like, but wait, but Bandori though, and he's like, no, get into Love Live.
Okay, so how many
Meck.
of these pop girl idol games that are floating around that I should be aware of?
Okay, so
all we need to call Toka onto the podcast to get to the bottom of that.
Yeah, I can vouch. So there's for now, the big four is Love Life, Bandori, Idol Master, and Review.
Yeah.
Because I think Bandori, Review, and Love Life are owned by a same company, which also coincidentally is owned by the guys who make Gundam. So I'm thinking.
No, I don't think so because I know
Sunrise.
Love Live is Sunrise. Like they got, I think it's like they got a team to develop the game, but the franchise is owned by Sunrise.
Ah, I see. So
Review.
Can we see a Gundam crossover?
I wish.
I think didn't it happen? I could have sworn. I mean, there's already a
no. That's the Idol Master. No, the Gundam was Idol Master.
Yeah. So maybe I don't know anything about Idol Master, but I probably has something to do with that. I don't fucking know.
So the Macross with pop idols are a different thing, eh?
What? Sure?
Yeah.
The Macross.
Macross one is a different thing altogether. That is first space opera but with idol.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God damn, that was an old reference you pulled out there, Meck.
Nah, I'm just aware of a certain meme by a certain deodorant. That's all.
No, remember. Oh, is that it?
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
We've watched the same shit posts.
Yes.
For those who know, you know.
For those who know, you know. I am not one of these people. But
yeah, by the way, can F1 drivers be pop idols by the looks of the 2020 lineup? Because those promo images does look like pop idols.
Can someone send me one of those photos? I need to see this.
There's that one image of the whole 20 guys walking around, and there's one dude smiling all over. I guess he's the oddball one of the group.
I'll show you. Okay.
It needs some untainted eyes to see that if the comparisons are true. I just saw them.
No, I imagine as like the editing team to an anime. Like all the characters are going up.
Instead of that F1 team playing, put on some idol star. I don't know, some songs. Try make that edit and see if
I'll try.
If it works.
I mean.
Or is it too serious?
Oh wow,
for them?
That's some fucking idols, man.
Okay.
I got
that is some.
That
some
shit
fucking
post is a go. I will wait with a better breath and also one.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the Wait, there is an F1 gacha game.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Everyone forgot about the F1 gacha game.
I just realized there is a fucking F1 gacha game. They are idols.
Can't wait to roll Daniel Ricciardo.
By the way,
5-star.
There's a better not Formula 1 license, but there's a better motorsport gacha game which doesn't have gacha.
Oh yeah, I should download that.
I want.
Motorsport Manager Online, by the way.
That's
That
yeah. I want an F1 gacha game where instead of photos of the drivers, they're all drawn in the Bandori art style.
I wish.
Oh my god! Just reimagine them as anime girls. So like Hamilton is like a silver-haired kudere.
And then put those or anime images onto their car. So yeah, instead of
Oh.
it's basically you don't identify by the number now. You identify by the Itashas. Oh, you see the anime car? Yeah, that's the Hamilton kun there.
Yeah, they have Japanese last. They have Japanese last first names. So it's like Himiko Hamilton.
Oh my god, I'm dying right now.
Do a one-off on the Japanese Grand Prix. I mean, the Japanese folks would do the design by themselves. They would do it for free. They're
Exactly.
already doing it. Now just make it official.
Oh man, we've stumbled on. You can have that one, Japan. You just give us like codes so that we can get the drivers that we want. Then they have banner events for like old racers. So it's like the Mika Hakkinen limited banner.
Oh, I wouldn't mind spending stuff on that.
Oh, sorry, no, Ayane Hakkinen.
Oh shit, that's a fucking good name.
I would love the oddball events where you get the one star rarity Rio Haryanto. Or the 2-star but very SSR Pastor Maldonado. El Pastor himself.
What rank is Takagi Botas?
Ooh, 4-star. Definitely 4-star.
4-star.
Yeah, it's basically if they finish top 10, then they're guaranteed like to be 4 stars.
Oh yeah, the finish event. You get all Finland event. So Tori perkele.
Man, we have fucking lost it this episode. Like
we can move
this is one of those episodes that like this is the dark history. Like, remember that one episode where they were all really tired and made a bunch of F1. Where's it Irham when you need him? He can help with this pitch.
Yeah, he's dying. He's now a working man, 9 to 5.
Sad. I guess we should go to the news.
Unless Anan wants to anything.
Oh yeah, Anan.
I'm playing right now, so I don't have anything.
To the news.
To the news. Need for Speed Heat has both a free and paid car.
Some like
Somebody wants
somebody
has
adds a car.
been dead, but now he has free DLC.
Free DLC.
Sort
of.
So yeah, Daniel.
Yes.
So what's going on? What's going on with the cars, man? Is it a Camry?
I wish. Need for Speed just added like 2 cars, supercars, mind you. One is an Aston Martin, a top-down Aston Martin DB11. That's all. Yeah, DB11 for free.
Yeah, I'm checking the article now.
And the other one is a very nice McLaren F1, which costs real money 21 ringgit.
You know what? Cheaper than an actual McLaren F1.
Don't ask about the McLaren F1 in real life. That's a nightmare to get one.
That is...
that's a literal SSR.
Yep, that's a literal SSR.
F1 price. What is that price? What are we looking at here?
30 million.
Okay, yeah. Google says between 21 to 23
Nah,
million, but
yeah. Let's go 30.
let's just assume 30. Goddamn. This is now we get to talk about the fun part of the thing. We got an FF7 demo.
Ooh.
Well,
Really
you
suck.
guys got an FF7 demo. I'm out here dying in the cold. I checked it out. My friend was like playing it, and I was watching him play. That looks good. And I'm gonna say something, and I hope that in this podcast where we are pissing off many people, I hope to piss off one more group of people with this comment. Lightning Returns walked so that this game could run.
Lightning Returns, but on the new Unreal Engine 4. Hmm.
I don't know. It's improved over the combat system is like improved over like the Lightning Returns one, but a lot of the mechanics seem quite similar. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, man. FF13.
If you're gonna compare that, then we have to lump in Kingdom Hearts with Lightning Returns. How about that?
Yeah.
And 15, we have to lump in 15 as well.
Yeah,
I have no hate for 15.
No, 15 has to. It has a direct connection, so we cannot unsee that. The thing that I think a lot of people are having problems is, as you have guessed, the ATB system. Look, all I'm saying is that in FF12, you get to select your item, you get to select your skill, even though when the ATB gauge is not filled, you just have to wait. But you can queue it up. Not the case in Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, yeah, I guess because it looks like the game is moved. Again, I've never played the game. I am only basing it off like what I've seen. It looks like because the game expects you to be making more split-second decisions. So I guess that's why they don't want you to queue stuff.
Yeah. It's not everyone is jiving with the start and stop nature of the combat. Basically, some people would like it to be just continuous action, skip the ATB stuff. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah. But I think it's interesting though. Like I like this evolution for turn-based games. My friend brought it up this morning, and he messaged me. He was like, "Hey, what if Pokemon had that system?" I was like, "That's a fucking genius idea." The most important thing we are not talking about though is what the fuck is going on with Jessie.
I've told you guys before. She has that ara energy.
Jessie, best girl. I don't care.
And her
Sis needs some water.
So the thirst is here, bro.
The English VA is essentially the Futabas VA, so yeah, you can see
no wonder I like
she
it.
knows how to make thirsty people. she has the talent. Shout out to Erika Lindbeck.
No wonder.
Call us.
No wonder she sounds very familiar.
To you, that aura energy does translate well. And we only heard one line on the media demo. This is a whole thing, man. Jeez.
Yeah, cash money went into her voice lines, man. She's got like 11 different voice lines for the laser when you get hit by the lasers. God damn.
Yeah.
Also, I fully support our Reverend Barrett.
That has to be a recurring theme moving on. Because remember 15? Yeah, I remember 15.
I mean, they did it in Advent Children as well. The church fight when Tifa beats up the red hair dude, like after the fight ends, his phone rings and his ringtone is
It's just a thing now.
Yeah, man. My friend's text tone for the longest time was the Moogle shop. So yeah, FF7, man. I love Barrett's like unhinged rant. Like there's just something so like I like crazy Barrett. The idea is just this huge dude with a machine gun arm walking around, giving sermons about Mother Earth. She bleeds green, just like you and I bleed red.
Damn straight.
Damn straight.
Get help.
Also, yeah, please get help, Barrett. We're worried about you. I feel like you could, like, no wait, yeah, no, short version. Barrett is great. Barrett is amazing, and the fact that he can fire like one shot off his minigun at a time is weird, and pretty sure that's not how miniguns work, but sure.
No, he's the sniper, don't worry.
Yeah, he's a sniper. A minigun sniper, but okay, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Video games.
No, you see, because it's like Warhammer. If you roll enough dice, like one of them's going to be a headshot.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 7 is still an RPG. Yep.
But oh man, that FF7 battle team though, that's some good shit. Like I don't have an emotional connection to the Final Fantasy series, but that's some good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what I'm getting is that if you have strong nostalgia for 7, the remake will do it justice, so long as you are well aware that this is just covering Midgar.
The first part.
Don't expect the whole game. I don't think that the whole game can be created with a AAA level scale with this sort of budget within time constraints.
Yeah,
I think we're getting just part 1 is good enough, but yeah, Square Enix need to tell more people about it. I can see some people are still not well aware of it, which is a bit worrisome.
well, yeah, because you don't want to market what your game doesn't have. Like, you don't want to spend money on marketing saying, hey, this game doesn't have that part. That one guy who's just like, but I like that part. I like that part.
Yeah, but I'm concerned when they don't know that part does not exist, but I like that part.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like,
I totally understand their angle, yeah.
Yeah. It's like Doom spending money to say that they will not have what's the thing people like? That there's no BFG in the game.
Gasp.
Yeah. I said Doom because I'm staring at my Doom guy figure right now. Anyways, our next story. Gaige is in Borderlands 3. Is she playable?
Of course not.
Of course not, Sam.
It's Borderlands. You know how it works.
I mean, I don't know. She was a DLC character last time, so maybe she would be on this one. I'll fucking know.
Nah, she's been promoted from a necromancer to a wedding planner. She's now making people getting hitched. And this new DLC, Guns, Love, and Tentacles, the marriage of Wainwright and Hammerlock, that's a long mouthful. And can make people hinge sometimes, so they just go with Guns, Love, and Tentacles. So yeah, I like the way that they promote this stuff. Is they use the line they are putting the love in Lovecraft. Because this is a story of romance and a lot of tentacles as the name implies. So yeah.
I don't know why you're talking about it's two separate things. Everyone knows romance and tentacles are practically the same thing.
Not many people, unfortunately. Some cultural people, yeah, I can agree to that testament, but not many people make that connection. Until Borderlands.
So, our last story, I guess, Sexbox news. And for this, we have our local tech priest Anan to talk about the tech. Yeah, we're tagging you in, buddy, because fuck if we can talk about teraflops.
So basically, like floating operation per second, I believe. Or is it per minute? I forgot. floating operation. So basically, like, how do I say this? The precision of calculation. Let's say you have a data type of 32-bit floating point and 16 floating 16-bit 8 bits. So these different sizes of data type will how much calculations you can do with that kind of precision is impacted.
In other words, computing horsepower.
Yes, computing horsepower. Okay.
horsepower.
Yeah,
Okay,
Wow.
this is the
okay.
no, you have braking horsepower. This is computing horsepower.
Yes, computing horsepower basically. So how do I explain this in more precise? So they say how many teraflops it has?
12, I think.
12.
Yeah,
12.
tough.
Okay, so 12 teraflops, 12 trillion calculation of where I assume it's a single precision 32 FP32 precision means that the length of the data calculation is 32 byte. So you can go double precision, which is 64. So if in 64 bit FP 64 precision, double precision, it will have so 6 teraflops. So the amount of calculation depends on how big the number basically. So the 12 teraflops is let's say the size is 32. Okay, that's it. That's how much, which is normal.
I guess the more grounded take on this is that it's twice the power of the Xbox One X, which was the most powerful console at that time. We at 6 teraflops. So
6 at 6 is the most powerful. Now it's 12.
now
Wow.
it's 12. It also leapfrog Stadia. If that trash fire is still around,
Is it though?
they are trying. Well, we'll see. We don't have what else? Also they are using RDNA 2. Anan, can you explain?
Yeah, it's just a graphics. It's a jelly bean render naming generation, basically.
Oh yeah, it is AMD's Jelly Bean. Yeah.
It's their own. Like, okay, previously they have their own. They call GCN. They have their all of these namings. It's just marketing. Okay, just RDNA means next generation graphics. That's all. Our own jelly bean renderer.
Yeah. More jelly bean renders. I should point out, by the way, we were talking about FF7 just now, right? I overheard this great conversation while I was having lunch the other day. There was this guy who was just like, "Oh man, I can't wait for Final Fantasy VII that's coming out soon." And he's like, "Yeah, but doesn't the PS5 come out like later this year?" He's like, and the guy says something to the tune of, "Dude, if Part 2 is only out on the PS5, I'm gonna flip my shit."
I
have bad news for you, buddy.
But on that note, I think Xbox has a good answer for that. On that same
note. That's why I brought this up because Xbox announced they're doing. I don't remember what the marketing term they used was.
It's called smart delivery. Well, it's more like they are using that term to say that if you are
backwards compatible.
Well, it's more like it includes backwards compatible, but it's more like if you are using this console, you will get this version, essentially. So it's not just getting a back compat version, but you are getting the enhanced version if it's available.
Yeah.
So for their explanation is that they are offering CD Projekt Red is offering Cyberpunk 2077 both on Xbox One and Xbox Series X. So if you buy that game, if you are playing on the Xbox One, you play it on the Xbox One version. But this game you will get both versions for free, essentially.
Yeah.
So you go to Series X, but you're not playing the One version. You're getting the enhanced the Series X version. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a long way to say that you pay once, you'll get a few versions free.
It's technically the best way you could describe this is its forwards compatibility.
Yeah.
Because if you bought it on
compatibility.
because if you bought it on the Xbox, now you can, and then like for Christmas whatever you get a sex box. You're like, hey, the game's still here.
Yeah. Yeah, also I have I have a good analogy for the teraflops. I think we go back a bit. So
Yeah.
okay, some people may ask why did they just use the standard standard metrics, which is gigahertz, megahertz, whatever. So so let's say we have this CPU can go 3 gigahertz. They can this processor can go 4 gigahertz. That thing is like it's like analogy of engine. Okay, this thing has 6 cylinders. This thing has 8 cylinders. It can go this much horsepower. But we don't know how much load does it take. Okay, so this car have 6 cylinder, let's say 300 horsepower, but it can only have this much torque. So it can only carry like 2 people at 200 kilometers. So this next one have sort of the same spec, but it has like double torque because it's diesel engine. So it can carry 2 people at 400 kilometers. So that's why they use teraflops as a more representative of calculation, processing strength instead of the standard gigahertz.
Yeah.
So, you guys get it?
Yeah, it reminds me of another car bit. The new announced Koenigsegg Gemera. That's a tiny 3-cylinder engine. It's as powerful as a supercar.
Yeah.
At 1,000 horsepower. And it can fit 4 people. 4! In a supercar.
Why, 4 people in a supercar? That thing's basically a tank now. Can I just say... Yeah? No.
Before this, the limit is 3 at the McLaren F1. Ta-tam.
We brought it back. Can I just say like how hilarious it is that we thought that the explanation for teraflops was too niche, and so Anan proceeds to describe it in racing terms as if that is not equally.
I'm waiting for the explanation in pop idol terms. That's.
Oh my goodness!
I can explain in Gundam version. Okay.
Gundam version.
Okay,
right?
Gundam version. Let's go.
Okay, so imagine you have you have 2 GN drive. One is a fake GN drive. The GN style. One is the genuine GN drive. Okay, even though they're built the same, one is built in the atmosphere of Jupiter, so it can go infinite energy.
I forgot that was a part of Gundam Double.
God damn it. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
But where do
so
we...
that's
There is no place to move on. We're already at the end.
We're already at the end, guys.
Yeah, and good luck getting it for below 500 bucks.
What?
The Xbox.
Oh yeah, below two. I'm pretty sure it's like above 2,000 at least. The Xbox.
Have I been?
Wam is not here for now.
Hello?
Yeah.
One has died.
We can hear him, but he cannot.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, on the note of the price, I guess.
The price is very expensive. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be 2,000 at least.
Oh, the sex box? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that shit's gonna be expensive, bro.
No
yeah, and
questions.
also there's I think there's an opinion in YouTube somewhere, and whatever I read it, saying that Microsoft should put Windows 10 on it.
Why?
Because it's basically, let's say, okay, you can install Windows 10 and then play PC, and then you can boot to Xbox OS and play Xbox, and you can just use one Xbox Game Pass to play in both. You can carry it on like
The big brain move.
Why? You already
Exclusively.
got the
Why not?
What was the hashtag they used at E3? It's like beta on Xbox or something like that. Because like Microsoft Word beta on Xbox.
Yeah, why not? Use everything on Xbox.
Oh my
Dual
god.
boot, Xbox OS.
That's fucking amazing. Solitaire. Better. Hashtag better. Better on Xbox. Yeah, okay, that's a thing. So, what are we doing for thumbnails? How far into this fucking
Microsoft
People-
Office better on Xbox.
yeah, we do. So we're definitely adding that in. Holy shit! How did we talk about F1 anime girls and not make the Nico Rosberg joke?
The Nico
No, because
Rosberg.
there is no Nikos anymore. All the Nikos are gone.
Oh yeah.
Nico,
Rest
Nico.
in peace. Nico gone.
Nico yeeted out.
Yeah, speaking of Nico, do you guys realize how many Nikos in Hamilton's life? His brother Nico,
Oh
Nicholas.
yeah, number brother Nico. Yeah.
Nico Scherzinger, his rival
What about his cousin?
Nico Rosberg, and then
What
another.
about his cousin?
I don't know.
Yeah, I just realized that his brother is named Nico.
Nicholas,
Yeah.
and then Nico Scherzinger, and then Nico Rosberg, and then previous the competitor Nico what? Nico Hulkenberg. What kind of Nico?
Yeah, that's wait. This is Hamilton, right? You're talking about?
Yeah.
Who's... Okay, that's it for the thumbnail. Can we just have Hamilton surrounded by Nico as well?
Yes.
More workshop time, please. I
More
don't see
workshop.
Yeah.
more workshop time.
Listen, this workshop is following the tempo that we've done all episode. Like this, it's not as fast paced as previous ones.
Yeah, but still the same out of. It's still
Oh,
all over
no.
the place.
Yeah, we need the Mewa. Meck, can you roll a Mewa in Black Desert and put her in the thumbnail?
There's a lot of promo mewah. Don't worry. Mewah boleh? Yes.
Mewa boleh. Okay.
Boleh.
And
It's
Spider Girl and
the-
tentacles.
Spider girls.
And tentacles. Because love and tentacles are the same thing, guys.
Man, we are touching a lot of fetishes this time. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Covered the
this is the
bases.
kinky episode.
Oh my god. No.
This is either going to be our best episode or the one that is talked about in hushed tones.
I mean, the
What episode is-
podcasting coalition of Malaysia already talked us about in hushed tones. Where else can we go?
Just be like, have you heard about what happened to dia.log this week? They'd be like, what have they done now? Like, I think they've just lost it. They went on a super long bit about anime F1 drivers, which I'm pretty sure they've done before in a previous episode.
I can't recall
talked
that
about-
previous one. We have done that. Reset
went-
the clock.
Reset the clock. They talked about idols again. Yeah, that's anything else we can add on the thing? Oh, so quick addendum. That another one of the Platinum 4 has been revealed. Project Agogo.
Yeah, Project GG.
Yeah.
It is
GG.
G.G. They
Yeah,
know,
it's
they know
basically
their
Ultra-
audience, yeah.
The Ultraman game.
They fucking that game. I want to see more of it. But yeah, I guess that's it. Social links. Fucking social links. Daniel.
Oh, I'm going first. You can follow me on Twitter at ILRT_freaky. There will be something out on the website finally for me. My review of the Predator Triton 200, which is out by the time this episode comes up. And also a shout out to our friend Toka, as he is. I think he reviewed his first ever game last week, which is Azulin Crosswave.
Of course.
Of course, sheep girls for life.
Nothing less. Nothing less than that.
Okay.
Expected nothing less. Meck.
Oh boy. Not expect. You can already read the Shadow Arena impressions on GamerMatters.com. Next week, expect a juicy interview bit. We got to talk to the folks at Double 11 who are opening a shop here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. They are very upfront with talking about crunch and how they are going to adapt their working culture here in Malaysia. So if you are going into the game industry or you want to learn more, it should be an eye-opening read if I do my work right. So expect that. What else? I think Danial has a lot in store for features and reviews. I haven't checked the backlog, but yeah, one is almost done. So there you go.
Anan?
Nope.
If you see Anan on the street, give him a high five.
Okay, if you see anyone with an illegal gear, just ask whether it's me.
Nah, man, don't ask. Just go straight for the high five. Be like, you told me to. Yeah, go for it. You can follow me on Twitter at Wamirul, Wamirul. Cruise Crusader Wamirul on Facebook. Patreon.com/Wamirul. I'm in the middle of dying in assignments, so production is slow. So really, just follow my Twitter or chuck me money on coffee. ko-fi/Wamirul, I think. God, I haven't even touched my coffee in so long. It's probably gone cold. Anyways, this has been dia.log, the Game of Matters podcast. We all need some fucking sleep. Yeah. Jesus. That's a wrap, guys.
I had a beat plan, but I forgot what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's same, honestly.